going to be cooking is an ancient Greek recipe for lentil soup. And we do not have clay, which is what they would have used in ancient times. We are going to be cooking over the oven flame, and so it's kind of an experiment. Right now it's on low, and if you move, the further in you move it, it's on high. So we're going to put about 1.5 cups of dried lentils and give that a little stir. And then I'm going to cover the pot, put it on high to let it boil. Okay, so we've brought our lentils and our water to a boil, and now we're going to add leeks and then a whole bunch of fresh chopped coriander or cilantro. And we're going to give this a nice stir to get everything mixed together. And we're going to put it over half of the fire, so we don't want it to boil again. We just added our cilantro and our leeks, and what we have here is some coarse ground pepper and fresh mint. The recipe calls for 1.5 teaspoons of dry mint. I used a whole tablespoon of fresh mint. We're just going to sprinkle that in. And then after we've incorporated all of these seasonings, we're going to cover it and let it simmer until the lentils are tender. Let's check our soup. Now our soup's been simmering over the fire for about 25 or 30 minutes, and the lentils are now nice and tender. And we're going to transfer it. Here is our lentil soup, and as you can see, it's a chunkier soup. And you can see all the texture. You have the cilantro and the leeks, and of course the lentils. And now we're going to season it. I'm going to add a little more pepper, coarse ground pepper. The recipe calls for red wine vinegar. I'm going to be using apple cider vinegar. Just a little bit, and the apple cider vinegar, pepper, and olive oil is all to taste. And then, again, high quality olive oil. I personally love olive oil, so I'm going to add a little extra. And give it a nice stir to incorporate the vinegar and the olive oil and everything. So be really careful when you try it, because it's going to be pretty hot. So it just came off the fire. And let's try the lentils and the leeks and cilantro. It's really good. It's a very simple soup, but you get the nice earthiness from the lentils, and then the olive oil adds a nice little layer of flavor, and you get that little bit of acidity from the vinegar. So this is our ancient style lentil soup.